Morning, morning, ladies. Hey, you guys look fabulous. Yes, there's supposed to be a monsoon storm coming in. Yes, we've got a flash flood watch. Not warning, but a watch for about 4 to 5 p.m. today. Supposed to be dusty, windy. You girls should take shelter in the back, get on your roost, maybe early if it really gets bad. Okay, sounds good. How's everyone doing though? Princess Leia, how you doing? How's everyone doing? Doing good, doing good, doing good. Okay, yes, I'm going in for the weekly garden update. It's that time, people. Going in. Alrighty. As you can see right off the bat, sweet potatoes going berserk. Okay, they're just absolutely fantastic right now. And that watermelon that I've been trying to keep inside, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's walk over there. I've been trying to keep this guy inside the garden, but for the life of me, it wants to go where it wants to go, which is not inside the garden. So I've got a couple of lines here, a couple of vines that I want to try to pull back through if I can without doing too much damage and redirect them. Leave it panini. Thank you though. Hey Megamind, what's up? Yeah, I'm trying to get the watermelon back inside the garden. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see. There's one that's way out there. Let's see if I can get that guy pulled back in and redirected, because obviously any watermelon outside the garden I'm gonna have a difficult time protecting. But on a positive note, I could run some aviary netting like right over this area if I had to, just like a little piece of aviary netting, which I think I'm gonna have to do because I just don't want to try to rip all those back through the gate. That's just gonna damage it. So there's our free watermelon plant that came from dormant seeds. The collard's still suffering a little bit, but you know, that's more of a fall deal here, so we're not worried about it. I'm surprised they've lasted as long as they have. And these greens here as well. It's very surprising. The corn seems to maybe be trying to do something a little bit better. That's all I can say about that. No, the water has made a tremendous difference in the garden. The irrigation. I had no idea. I thought we were watering enough with our, twice a day watering or overhead watering. We let it run for quite some time, but no, nowhere near enough water because the garden has just taken off since we've gotten the irrigation installed. So here is that watermelon seed that was also another dormant watermelon seed in straw that we put the straw in the garden and the seed took off. So here's that watermelon growing over the aloe vera. It has taken off as well. And more corn here. I did pass a field of corn the other day and it looked a lot like this. Not quite as dry at the top, but it did have a lot of the leaves were kind of dry. So on the edges. So I don't know, maybe everyone's struggling, but that was a whole field of it, but it was looking a lot better than mine. I will say that. It looked more like maybe like a little brown on it, like that one there. Not too much, but I'm hoping that the corn does make a comeback. Trying to stay positive on that note. As you see, we've done a lot of watering already this morning. Those jalapeno peppers are doing a lot better now. And look at that. That is I call this Big Mama. This is my big cabbage. I'm still keeping it covered, trying to protect it from the birds. It's doing really well. I'll be harvesting it very soon. I harvested some smaller ones last night, and you probably noticed that I did remove the corn that was dry, that was pretty much dead right there. I pulled that out. But let's take a walk up this way. Let's see if it's hopefully not too wet I can get through here. I'm filming very early in the morning. It's not very early, it's about 6 a.m. in the morning, but I'm doing it this early because I cannot video any longer during the day. My camera will stay on at the most 5 minutes and then it overheats. So we're up this morning and we're doing our video first thing before we do anything else because it is going to get blistering hot. Even though we're talking about monsoons, they're saying probably a high of 105 today. So this guy has made a major comeback. I still see some of the dead leaves on it, but it has made a major comeback. Let's get some of this out of there. I mean, look at the flowering on it now. Look at that. You can see where it was dying off. Well, that one is pretty much dying off, that in there, but it definitely sent out a lot of new branches, new vines, I should say, not branches, new vines everywhere, as you can see all the way under here. I was kind of trying to protect it a little bit from the birds. But yeah, so that's doing pretty good right there. I am super excited about that. And that one back there, that one was really not doing well, and it's making a comeback now. Both of those. This one was just about dead. And this one is trying to make a comeback as well. And you see where the old leaves were. I'm gonna go and take those off. But I'm not gonna go in there now. It's very wet in here now, as you can see. Very, very wet. More heads of cabbage there doing well. But the success story is over in here. This has taken off. Let me get over there and show you what's going on with the zucchini. Hold on. Before we head down to the zucchini, let's take a look at the pan squash. I have never grown pan squash, and as you can see, lift this up so we can take a look at what's going on with you. There's some coming in right there. So, this was the really cheap plant that we bought. It was on sale at one of the big box stores. They were just trying to get rid of the last of them, and it's doing well now. It is amazing how just the addition of the irrigation has changed the game completely. I am so happy about everything and excited to have a better season next year, now that we know. Ooh, look at that one. That's a nice size one right there. See if I can get in there and take a look at that. Right there. There you go. Pan squash. I've never had pan squash. I'm excited about trying it. Okay, and this guy looks like it is trying to make a comeback. This was practically dead. And look at it now. Squash. This is a, I think this is the crooked neck squash, or, oh, actually it might be the straight neck squash now I look at it. It's straight. But look at it, it's just doing so well. Look how healthy it is now. I thought we were doing a really good job of keeping the ground wet, but I had no idea that the irrigation would make such a big deal. You have got to take a look in here. This has just gone gangbusters. I haven't been in here lately. Let's get this up out of the way. See what we got going on. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh, let's take a look in here. Look at that. Wow, very nice zucchinis there. Very nice. Beautiful leaves shading them. This is fantastic. I'm sure there's more in there. I can't quite see down in here. Let's see. You know, lots of starting ones though. I see some flowers starting to take shape in there. See if there's any more back this way. I harvested one not too long ago. That, as you can see, the area where all the dead leaves are, was where we were having our difficulty when we weren't watering enough. I can't tell what's going on like over there, but I do see one in the very, very back there. So, zucchini taking off. Look at that plant. Look how big it has gotten. Wow, it is literally just growing right out from underneath the netting now. It is huge, and the leaves are so large. I am having something going on with the leaves. I need to kind of investigate that, but it's still producing fruit very nicely. And this one as well. Obviously, I think something's going on with these leaves. Maybe put on some neem oil. I'm not sure, but look at what's happening as far as fruiting. Well, not fruiting, but you know what I'm saying. Zucchini, people. Zucchini, zucchini. There's two there. There's another one right there. Oh my. Let's see if there's any more in there that I can see. Not right now, but it is doing really well. More flowering here. And the bees are just over here all the time, as well as on Melon Hill. So things, oh, there's a bee in there right now, as a matter of fact. If you can see that bee. Nope. It's hard to see. He's in this flower right here. He's helping me out with this flower right there. He's inside. He'll be out in a minute. He went in. He's checking it out, I'm sure. Awesome. Okay. That is what's going on there. And look back here. It's amazing. Irrigation, people. Irrigation. Look at that. Those are, I believe, that is either an edamame, or I have to look at my chart, either edamame or peas, but I think it's an edamame. That one, and I had another one that I was surprised kind of took off back here as well. Oh, I don't see it right now, but things are a-changing. Isn't that wonderful? But my tomatoes, not so much. I did bring in a tool here. I was gonna clip down some of these. I'm not gonna worry about trying to actually dig them up or anything like that. Sometimes it's just easier just to go ahead and just clip them off and not deal with that and just let the roots just die in the ground there. But this guy right here, I'm not having any luck with. It's not doing anything, and I could use the space, and I could also use the poles and everything else. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Cut that, and we'll get rid of this weed here. So see, I'll take this out, and I love these. Oh my goodness, I love these little plastic. I got this at one of my dollar stores, and in the garden section, this little plastic wraps that you can put around the plants to hold them. See, it was holding this one here, and I love them. They're fantastic. It was on a little wound, a little spool, I should say, and it was awesome. So we're getting this guy out of here now, because I just don't like to see all the death in the garden, you know? I don't think anyone likes to see death in their garden. So let's get that out of here. Boom, it's out. Okay, so this guy, not sure. It's getting some flowering now. So hopefully with the water, you know, make a comeback. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. This one here, trying to make a comeback. I'm getting some good watering on it. Let's totally get this one off there altogether. It's not doing anything but being a nuisance. Making you look bad. There. That helps a little bit. These things are very dull, but obviously I'm not using the right tool anyway. These are more for my tree branches, but I just grabbed them to come in. Oh, I dropped my little twisties. Let me get those. So I can use those to support another tomato plant over there. Okay, so like I said, tomatoes, we're still holding out. They're flowering. We'll see. I might actually use one of these on this plant right here. Let me hold on. Okay, I just kind of pulled in that branch that was kind of leaning and put one of those on there, and I think I'll use the other one right here because this has completely fallen over. I just realized that. And it's growing at a weird angle now, so because it had fallen over. Let's go ahead and fix this one as well. I just left it kind of loose, but there we go, because I didn't want to mess up any of the branches there. So there we go. Use both of those right away, and there's another on the ground right there. It's probably on that one, but anyway, I'll take that. Okay, so here are the other tomatoes, and once again, they're trying to make a comeback, but I don't know. That's a weed. I got to pull that out of there. I'm going to go in there and get rid of some of the other ones that are no longer viable. And I'll show you the ones that are viable, what I'm thinking about doing with them. Hold on. Okay, so this plant right here, obviously, there's no viability here. So I'm going to go ahead and collect up these little twisties that I like, so I can use those elsewhere. And we will cut this one off as well, because there's nothing going on here, not even the rent. So like I said, I don't want to disturb the ground. I'd rather just cut it off and move on. There. I'll pull that out later. Same with this guy here. It was trying to make a comeback. I don't know. I think I might try something different with this piece. I'll tell you what in just a second, but the rest of it, I'm just going to cut it off because it's not doing well at all. Take that off to use that elsewhere. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you're out of there. Okay, now this piece, ooh, I got another little deal there. Let me get that. All right, that's a weed over there. I'm going to pull that up. You see what's happening to the tomatoes? That's some serious pest issues going on. But what I think I'm going to do with this one over here is I'm going to trim this up. I'm going to stick that in the aquaponics over there. Ha ha. You know what? It's one of those plants that it probably was not going to make it out here anyway, so let's put it in the aquaponics and it may make a comeback. You'd be surprised at what things do when they have water as available as it is in the aquaponics. So that's what we'll do for that. Oh, we've got quite a few of these little twisties collecting up over here, which is perfect because I need to put together, I'm trying to pull these branches out of the way and throw them over the fence out of the garden so I don't have to. Oh, this one's still got another one. Oh wow, I'm gonna have lots of these to wrap up my other tomatoes over there that need them. This is perfect. I'm putting a little pile together over here. Okay, let's get that out of here. But this one, like I said, that's going to go to the aquaponics and we'll see what happens. Okay, continuing on, the pepper plant is making a comeback. It's got a nice little irrigation line, so it's doing well. This one over here, it's trying to make some tomato there. We're going to see what happens and just keep our fingers crossed. This one is also trying to make a comeback. This is that one that was just super lanky that I just really felt that a lot of energy was going way up here and we could just do better. So I think what I'd like to do is I like to eliminate the growth from here up and just get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And over here, this one is also quite lanky. It's got this shoot coming out here. That is a huge sucker right there. Let me show if I can see it. There, see if I can show you the sucker right there coming out. Huge sucker there. I don't know. I really don't know. I kind of want to give it a chance, but all this excess growth at the top I don't think is a plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it there. We'll take this piece down. And let's see what else we want. You know what I think I'm going to do with all these, right? Aquaponics. Yes, I'm going to put them over in the grow bed of the aquaponics. It's going to be cycling, and this will be a good time for a plant to be in there cycling with it. Okay, so we'll take this off. Oh, it's still connected with a string there. We'll just, I don't want to cut my string, so I'll just cut this branch. There we go. So we'll take this, figure out what portions of that we want to clip off, and see if we can't start that in the aquaponics, just see if it'll root in the aquaponics system. Okay, so moving on through, this is what I said, obviously lots of water, lots of weeds. Lots of weeds, lots of weeds. Okay, got rid of those. See if I can throw those out over there. Perfect. Okay, another one of the lanky ones. Let's see what we can do about this. Okay, I dropped my tool back there, had to go back for it. Yeah, there's not much going on here. Let's help you out. There, boom. Freeing, isn't it? Isn't it just freeing, just to be free of all, look at all this excess growth. I mean, there's a little growing up there, but you know what? Like I said, if I want to stick that in the aquaponics to give it a try, I can. But either way, it's just, this has just got to go. It's just really not doing anything. So let's just get that out of there. Another one of the little twisties I'd put for on the netting. So getting lots of these my little holders, my vine holders to the stake, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know. They're a lot better to use, obviously, than when you use the twine, because normally I can't reuse the twine that much, if at all. So once again, there's some life there. I might take that and stick it in aquaponics. So we'll put that in our pile over there. But we'll clip off all this other stuff. We don't want to take all of this with us. We only need that part. The rest gets thrown out. Okay, let's put this in our aquaponic pile over there. Okay, so now we've cut that back. Let's see what it does. You know, let's also go ahead and get rid of this other line over here altogether. There's just so much coming out of this plant here. If you see down here at the bottom, well, first of all, this is a weed out there. That would be nice. Okay, got that out of there. Okay, so if you look at this stem here, now we just have the main stem here, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and take this and this off. I'm gonna take all of that off. It's just nothing going on up there, nothing. So I've cut all this off. So now I just have this one single plant, and see if it can make a comeback. See if it can survive. Yes, there's some green areas on this, but not really enough for me to try to put in aquaponics on that one. I'm just gonna pull that off and throw that away. I mean, put it in the compost bin. This one over here is trying to do something. It's getting some weird issues with its tomatoes. That looks like probably pest. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like pest for sure. So, oh boy, the weeds are really coming in with the water, that's for sure. Let's take a look here and decide what we want to do. This one is sending out a lot of, okay, this is a new one. It's doing well. It's on its own right here. It's doing very well. Okay. Over here, let's see what's happening. Over here, this, okay, this is actually, no, it's not on its own. That is coming out of this stem right here. Okay, so let's go up, up. Wow. You need to be staked over for sure. Let's get one of our stake things and prop this up. Hold on. Okay, so while you were off camera, I found something interesting. There was a lot going on down here. There is this one plant right here, okay? This one right here coming up was laying over on the ground. So now I've kind of stood it up. I've kind of staked it and got it going up. Took off a lot of extra branches that were going on down there at the bottom, okay? Same with this one. This one has this main branch here, which I went ahead and staked up. See, this is the main one right here I staked up. I'm leaving all suckers on at this point. Suckers mean more tomatoes. Granted, it means smaller tomatoes, but it means more tomatoes. At this point, I would love to have one tomato to eat before the pest, birds, anybody else got it, okay? So I'm leaving all the suckers on right now. So we'll see how this one does. I also trimmed it up dramatically, as you can see, and that gave me a lot to take back to the aquaponics. So that's what's going on in Tomatoville. We're a little bit struggling, but it's coming along. And as I always say, we're gonna end on a positive note, so here we go. Okay, the jalapenos are loving life, okay? They have grown tremendously. The irrigation has made such a big difference in the life of my peppers. The jalapenos are doing great. We've harvested quite a few. We have tons coming in, lots of beautiful flowers. And there's some in there still. I see some red ones. Okay, see some more over here. We have lots of jalapenos, so happy about that. Irrigation for the win, yay! Onions still in there doing good, keeping the aphids at bay. I harvest them every now and then. But yes, the habaneros are doing well. They're making a major comeback. Look at all those, major comeback. So, we got irrigation in just in time. And I'm really hoping that it's in time to get some of these Tabasco pepper plants up and running again, because we had some incredible Tabasco peppers last year, and I really hope to get more this year. And I love them because they're the kind of peppers that grow straight up, and it really makes the plant look so pretty. So hopefully we will get some of those. Here are the tomatoes that I do need to work on staking. That one, as you can see, that one is in desperate need of some trimming and possible staking, and so on and so forth. This one as well. But once again, no tomatoes yet, but definitely need to go ahead and bring those bands over here and stake these up. So let's take a further walk over here though and take a look at what's going on in the cantaloupe area. Oh my goodness. I come out here every day and I try to work with the vines, trying to train them along, either along the string this way. I just kind of like do that and it kind of finds its way. Or for example, this one coming down here. Oh, this one looks like it got broken off or bitten off. We won't say. But anyway, we'll kind of work that in up there. I might actually take one of those bands and put the band right there to hold it there so it can continue to grow up from there. But it is doing fantastically. All the cantaloupe is doing great. And let me just show you, we have our one cantaloupe still down here doing well. Oh, let me go to the other side. Much easier from the other side. It's down here. I've got it sitting on this board to keep it up out of the water. But it's getting nice size. Yep, it's getting nice size. And I have another one in here. So there's so much going on in this plant. It's hard to see now. Woo! You're getting thick, baby. You're getting thick. Oh, there it is. There's one right through there. See that one? Very nice. Very nice. So some of these, as they do develop, I might have to, support, string up perhaps. I'm thinking about going from the top of the bars here, from the top to the top, over there, all the way across, just put a piece of PVC, and then I can actually run strings up further to help support them even more so. But it is just growing crazy, the cantaloupe. The tomatoes that were in here, some of them, oh wow, look at that right there. You see that? I'm trying to show it to you right there. So some of these I am trying to figure out what's going on. Like back here, the tomato plant, well, I mean, I don't think it got stifled by the cantaloupe. It may have, I don't know. I thought they were doing okay, but I didn't know the cantaloupe was going to take over so much. But we'll see. I think that would just died from the water situation. That was before we got our irrigation up and going. But here's some more tomatoes that are, they're growing, but like I said, I'm just not getting the tomatoes. So hopefully things will get better in Tomatoville. This one here also completely fell over. I need to go ahead and stake that back up. And these here are finally starting to get some growth on them. So that's good news. And like I said, long growing season, so you never know what the future holds in regards to all of these tomatoes. That right there, that is edamame. So we'll see how that goes. The other one, I don't think it's going to make it. Here is what I'm talking about on a super positive note. I'm telling you, cantaloupe and melon, I think I can grow some melon, that's for sure. Here is the cantaloupe, the other cantaloupe plant, going crazy. I've been trying to direct its vines as well to go up. The rest of the garden area over here is available. And the ones that are here, trying to direct them down the side here. But look at this. Is that not tremendous growth? I am just amazed. I had no idea that I was not watering my plants so much that they were so stifled. Because now we're getting just tremendous growth. Got a little leaf miner from before. That's hasn't been getting onto some of the newer ones yet, so that's good news. But look at that, vining all the way that direction. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And the coup de grace, Melon Hill, doing fantastically right now. Let's go over. Okay, here we are on Melon Hill. Let's find out what's going on. I have put out plates, as you know. Lots of bee activity. That's fantastic. And look at the vines that I'm trying to kind of get them to grow out this way. They are doing really well. Of course, super thick in the center. But let me just show you some of these fantastic melons that are growing. Remember this one we just put on the plate just the other day. Let me see if I can get in here to get a good shot. This one, yes, we just put this on the plate the other day. So it is doing really nicely, okay? The smaller one on its plate, good, good. I see there's a little moisture underneath. I probably may have next time do more holes, and my husband had said that too, that I might need to do more holes in the plates. So something to think about. The bees busily doing their work, helping me out, and I appreciate it because you guys are getting me lots of beautiful, beautiful watermelons. Time for an aquaponics update as well. No fish yet, but you know that little peppercini, the only peppercini that survived, I decided to pull it out of the garden and put it in the aquaponic grow bed and see what it does. And I put it in just yesterday and it hasn't wilted over. It seems to be doing okay. This one was almost completely dead in the garden, so I thought, you know what? This would be a good experiment. Can aquaponics bring this back? It's got a little greenery up there. But the main reason that we're over here right now is I have all those tomato plants that I made cuttings of, and we're going to put them in the grow bed and see how they do. It's a 50-50 shot. They're either going to live or they're going to die, but either way I could get some free tomato plants and help this aquaponics system get going. So let's start planting some tomatoes. The excellent thing about aquaponics is that it's super easy to plant in aquaponics. What I like to do first though, is I like to fill it up to see exactly where the water line is. Or you can move it back to the side, like over here, and say, okay, let's see where the water line is. Okay, so we're kind of seeing the water right there now, okay? So that gives you an idea right there of where the water is. Let's just plant a couple of plants in here. Matter of fact, since we're right here, we'll just dig us out a spot right here. You see the water's there. All I've done with these is I just cut them at an angle. And that one's planted. Ooh, that was easy. So we're just going to put all these in here. These are just the little clippings off of the plants that I cut out of the garden. And I'm just going to plant them in here and we'll see how it looks. Hold on. Okay, we're all done. That's it. I planted very close together because I don't know which will survive and which won't. If they all make it, that'll be fine too, because then I can transplant some back into the garden. So it's a win-win either way. I'm super excited. Look at that. Tomato plants and one peppercini. Yay! Well, thanks for joining me today on the homestead. Who knew it was just a water problem? I really thought it was fertilizer or something else. We had been throwing so many different things at it, but irrigation solved the problem. So it's been a great day. Well, as always, be happy, be well, be blessed. Until next time, bye-bye.